Okay, we're on the west side of the house, and so far I'm not seeing any rain gutters, composition shingles, okay, siding and brick, wooden siding and brick. Windows with this type of siding are supposed to have kick-out flashing. In fact, that whole gap up there should be sealed as well. Alright, so we don't have kick-out flashing. Now the roof covering, if you look at the shingles, metal strip, that's drip edge, can be rake edge, edge flashing. And then fascia board, soffit, frieze board, we do not have kick-out flashing over the windows. Over here, we've got the shingles and the metal, that metal flashing, it should be lapped a minimum of 2 inches. And it wasn't. And then the siding, as we come along, the butt seams, alright, I can't tell if they were properly primed or not, but I can tell that we got a gap underneath the window frame next to the window casement right there, and we do not have tape, flashing tape, behind the butt flashing. So, flashing not lapped 2 inches. Z-bar flashing not over the windows with the siding. Gap over the kick-out window on the west side, and the casement gap. Casement gap underneath the second bedroom on the west side. We got continuous soffit vents, we got ridge vents. Now, if you look at the roof covering over here, you can see some of these shingles that are grinning at us. Alright? Well, nobody likes that. I get that. Well, nobody likes that. These shingles have an adhesive strip underneath the bottom sides. And the manufacturer says, let the roof get warm so it can lay down and the adhesive strip will take care of that. Afterwards, if the adhesive strip has not taken care of this at that time in the future, then a roofer should come up and manually apply, some sealant underneath any of the remaining left loose ones. But as it is that a deficiency? Yeah, it's kind of a deficiency, but it's kind of a regularity with the building materials, and it's something to be monitored. Double pane vinyl frame windows. Trees should not be placed closer than 25 feet to a slab foundation. Okay, the roots can suck the water out. The roots can grow and push your foundation. If this tree grows up and becomes giant, it could affect the structure. So all those things. And know this, that every house, if it's not a homeowners association, well then it's the planning committee. But you might not be able to do anything with these trees in the short term. You might not ever be able to do something with these trees. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a clue. It's called a clue. There's your main sewer cleanouts right there. We'll talk about them in a little bit. We do have some rain gutter at the front of the house. Okay, but the rain gutter downspouts do not divert water far enough away from the structure. In fact, the splash block is laid out backwards. I don't know why builders do that. I think they just got to give the home inspector something to talk about. That's what I think they do. I mean, it really seems, just because they're not talking to me doesn't mean they're not talking about me. I mean, I hate to be paranoid, but that seems to be a pretty common thing, and the builder knows that those blocks don't. I've heard some builders say that the block the water splashes against it. That's what I heard. The water splashes against it, and it kind of spreads it out over the yard. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. We got a little mortar right in here that needs to be sealed. mortar hole on stretcher brick at southwest corner. Okay, we got some cut stone as well. Cut stone and brick. That's nice. Your rain gutter is supposed to have about an inch. Boy, that is cutting it close. About an inch separation between the rain gutter butt end and the brickwork. That is cutting it close. How about this one over here? That's cutting it even closer. I'm going to go ahead and write that up. Now, around the foundation perimeter, you'll see these holes. These are called weep holes. Because brick is a very good building material. Okay? This home could burn down and you could reuse the brick to build another house. It's a very good insulator as well. But brick is porous. When the lawn sprinkler heads hit this brick and the mortar, they go right through it. That's why we have the weep holes. Most of the time, you're only going to see, you're not going to see anything. This stuff is going to be vapor coming out of these weep holes. If you have enough vent, water will come out. That's what they're there for. But we got a drainage plane behind here. This is a wood-built house. The drainage plane is behind the brickwork. So everything's come down. Now, above these windows and the windows on the west, okay, we're not supporting any brick. So, but over here, over the garage car entry, for example, this lintel, this metal lintel plate, is supporting all this brickwork. And this brickwork is porous. And we've interrupted the drainage plane with this big metal lintel there to hold the brick up. So now we've kind of modified, and the weep holes that we're accustomed to seeing around the foundation perimeter, we see them over our fenestrations. This is the garage car entry fenestration. We see that. That's a good thing. But we come over here, over the front door, I'm not seeing any weep holes. Over the front door transom light, I'm not seeing any weep holes. Over the front door side light, I'm not seeing any weep holes. Over the portico entrance with the metal lintels, I'm not seeing any weep holes. We're not seeing any weep holes in these areas. All around the front portico, we do not have weep holes except around the perimeter. Coming on along, this is the south side of the home. See that? That is not drainage. Okay, that's swampage. That's swampage. This is where mosquitoes breed. West Nile disease and things like that. This is our lawn sprinkler weather sensor. So this is all pathetic. This is not drainage. Some builders, not this one. This builder would never embarrass him or yourself like this. But some builders will say, if this doesn't drain, if this doesn't dry up in 48 hours, then we consider that a problem. Well, the problem with that is that's not drainage. Okay? Look it up in the dictionary. See, builders, they get grading. They don't get drainage very good. So this is going to rot out your roots. This is going to be a landscaping issue. It could be a foundation issue, and it could be a health issue. It's got all these things going on, but this is not drainage. Alright? Moss growing over here and all those other things. Again, we don't have the Z-bar flashing over our windows. That's the fresh air. This is the fresh air induction vent for the air conditioning system. This is a tight house. Again, we got some shingles that are kind of talking to us. There's a gap between the casement and the window frame above the south edge of the primary the primary bedroom, suite, bathroom window. It's on the east wall. Still got some drainage issues even this far over here. This is not going well in regards to drainage. This post is just kind of hanging off your patio. Well, we'll take a look at that.